welcome to our career pathway, our 4-year pathway plan. This presentation is designed specifically for undeclared students, that for whatever reason, nothing negative here, all positive, have not made a decision where their field of study or what they want to decide to major in. This is a great opportunity for you to explore, to have a conversation with us, to connect with us, to help you in various ways how to have that conversation, but more importantly, how to develop a plan within the next couple of months, maybe next year, to hopefully successfully allow you through your own process and through your own decision making what major you're going to decide to have. I do know that there is a number of units before you need to have this declared. I know sometimes it does fluctuate, but be mindful that the sooner you're able to confirm this degree and confirm what major you want to be, the sooner I think you'll start developing the next facets in your career development. So please remember to keep yourself muted. You probably are aware already, you probably got the message already, this session will be recorded. We're also very proud to share with you that the Career Center has developed a brand new tab titled 4-Year Pathway, where we will be sharing with students and uploading all of the information that we've been presenting in the last presentations that we've done, as far as PowerPoints, as far as videos, and then a array of resources, as well as our newly developed 4-year pathway plan that is being designed by our fabulous graphic designer within our department in conjunction with the rest of us. So I guess we're going to give maybe another minute and we'll get started.
Students, if you can please submit your community ID in the chat window, and that allows us to check you in.
Thank you, Valentina. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? We're going to get started because I know that, things are going. We already have 38 participants in. So this is a great crowd. Once again, welcome everybody to the 4-year pathway presentation presented by the Career Center at California State University, San Bernardino. This particular presentation has been designed and tailored for our students who are at the moment undeclared, as an opportunity for you to explore and to look at opportunities to make that crucial, but at the same time, very personal decision of what major you're going to be deciding to be within our amazing university, and obviously which college you will be choosing within the 5 colleges here at our university. But with that statement, again, my name is Oscar Fonseca. I'm one of the career counselors here on staff and here to help you with your career journey, and at this point, help you with your decision making and exploration of deciding on a major. But with that being said, I want to give some time, a short couple seconds, to Ms. Valentina Felix and Ms. Denise Perez to go ahead and introduce themselves and welcome you to our session within our Career Center.
Hello, welcome. I'm Valentina Felix. I'm one of the 3 career counselors at Cal State San Bernardino.
Welcome everyone. My name is Denise Perez-Florez and I'm also one of the career counselors.
And with that also being said, we also want to introduce our fabulous, I know Christian is not in the web call today, the Zoom call today, but I know that we have fabulous Lauren and Crystal here today as our peer career educators that work with us at the Career Center. They're also students at the university, which means that if any of you, after you've seen our presentation, are interested in working with our fabulous center, we're always looking for great talent. Crystal, Lauren, take it away.
Hello, everybody. I'm Crystal Rosas. I'm a 2nd year bio major. I'm a PCE at the Career Center and here to help you whenever you need.
Hi, I'm Lauren Juarez. I'm a PCE here at the CSB Career Center. I'm a 4th year, and I'm super excited to be here. And yeah.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Crystal, for that fabulous introduction. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room, right? Let's talk about COVID-19 and how that has become a challenge for all of us. You know, this is not anything that has not affected all of us, because it has affected all of us. And through that challenge has developed and has made anxiety, uncertainty, and especially as an incoming freshman, has also allow you to kind of think about what the next step should be. Even more, as some of you have shared and coming to our presentation as undeclared students, it's even an added pressure, because some of you may feel, you know, all of these uncertainties, and yet I have to manage and I have to think about what am I gonna major. But you are coming to the right presentation, to the right crew. As I've been sharing in our previous 4 presentations, this is our 5th, and that we feel that, I feel that, and I know the sentiment is there with our team, we are the best career center in the CSU system. Come and meet us, come and connect with us, especially you who are here at the moment with that underlining definition or tag of undeclared. Don't take that as a negative. Let's take it as a positive and allow us to help you and helping you make a decision what major you want to decide and you want to move forward. But with that being said, there's always that question, what is a career center? What is not a career center? So a career center is typically located on a college campus. These centers are specifically designed to assist students with honoring their job search skills, identifying and working towards career goals, finding suitable career or graduate school programs, getting referrals to employers, and boosting networking skills. So with that being said, especially you who are here in our presentation today, it'll be key for you to stay connected to us to help you explore not only your major, but to help you explore the job market of that future major that you're looking to declare. Next, please. So the basis and the base of our career center, as shown here, what is that we offer is going there to help you with your career resume, your cover letter, your job placement, your internships, but more importantly, your major and career exploration. For those of you who are undeclared, we have some amazing tools, web-based tools like MBTI and strengths training, strengths that would help you, Strengths Finder, that's the proper language. I'm thinking of working out, I don't know, strength training, that's weird. But with that being said, it's an opportunity for you to come and explore and come and look at what are the options. We also have within our website amazing tools that would help you, that once you are looking into a particular major, what are those industries where your major transitions are very great and specifically into particular industries and job opportunities and careers. So just yet another reason why you should stay connected to us. Next slide, please. And what that is, why should you visit us? So we, our staff, the Career Center is staffed by professionals who are specifically trained to assist college students with their career-related concerns, which is right up your alley for students who are here in our presentation today. Yeah, it's staffed by, its staff members work closely with the employers who will someday hire you. So take this into consideration, that the more you're connected to us, the more that you're able to be mindful of the opportunities that are out there, the industries that are growing, not only in the Inland Empire, but also across the state and then maybe across the country or even abroad, for you to look at those opportunities for yourself and how we can connect you to actually some of those individuals who will be making the decision for these particular jobs. It's also the best place on campus to help you figure out what you want to do with your life and how. So this is exactly for you who are here today trying to still explore, trying to still kind of figure out what you want to do. Come and talk to us. Please do not feel judged. Please do not feel that we have any misconceived ideas. Some of us were there too. Some of us were there trying to decide what we want to do. Some of us did choose a major and decided to make adjustments to that major. Some of us work somewhere or volunteer somewhere and really change our trajectory of what we really wanted to do, because a lot of us make decisions of what we want to study based on our own personal experiences, or also based on what we have experienced within our community, especially right now with COVID situations happening, maybe healthcare is of your own interest, maybe with the situations that is happening with our culture and with our growth in community advocacy. Maybe you want to be a community advocate and the benefits of being that type of individual and that type of leader within your community. Those are just options that we can help you within your decision making. Also, it's loaded with career related resources within print and or on the computer. Again, as I shared with you, we have fabulous resources for those of you who do feel that you're a little stuck in making decisions. Come and talk to us. Take the advantage of systems that we have for you to help you evolve that decision making. And also, as I shared with you before, you know, the more you know who's on the Career Center staff, the better chances you have for staffers, for people who are looking for specific jobs. The best way of staying connected is maybe thinking about, hey, here's a student, here's a job. Hey, I got the perfect student for you. Let me connect you via email and we'll get it done for the next process for that employment opportunity. And also, there's a good place to meet other students who share your worries. In this particular section of explanation, I always like to share a little bit of challenge, a little bit of now I have shared with you what we as a Career Center are willing to go forward for you, right? But also what I want you to know is that this is also a collaboration, right? This is not the Career Center gives 90% of thought and process, and the student only gives us 10. Know that this is a partnership, this is a collaboration, and we, meaning you as a student and we as a Career Center or we as a staff, are only going to be successful as much as you are willing to put in the effort and trying to figure out what you really want to do. And after we figure this out together, we can and will develop a partnership, develop a goal setting project for us to know how we're going to move forward. And last but certainly not least, you're paying for the service. This is part of your student fees. This is part of something that is of value to you. So please take into consideration the important goals and the Career Center as some services for you to take on. But also, as a final point, you can see there's a QR code there in the corner. Get your appointment started. You know, we are here to help you. We are here to connect with you, and we are here to tailor a process specifically for you to feel comfortable with the next steps that you should make. With that said, I'm going to move it on to Ms. Denise to present our newly hot off the press 4-year pathway plan that has been developed with you in mind. And ultimately, we hope that you take full advantage of developing this plan for your next 4 years. Ms. Denise, take it away.
I really love when you say hot off the press, because literally this map is hot off the press. We are going to show you a preview today of the roadmap that's going to help you over the next 4 years. It's a very generalized map, but there are some key elements in here that, you know, whether you're undeclared or you're declared as a business major or a biology major, you're going to need these tools, you're going to need these resources, and you're going to need this plan. So I'm going to open up the map. So just give me a few seconds to do that. I'm going to close out the slides so I can pull up the map for you. Here we go. So this map will be a living document on our website. We did create a new page that's called the 4-year career roadmap page, and that's on our website. And we will be sending you out a follow-up email with information about how to obtain access to this. And we will be probably sending that out to you in the next 2 weeks, along with the videos, the links to the videos to today's session. And then also this map is going to be a little more extensive. So today, like I said, it's a preview of it, but you're going to have a more extensive map that is being created right now that has a list of these checklist items, and also with an action step section, so you can actually map out what it is that you want to do for the next 4 years. And so, as it says right here, you know, commit to your success, follow this roadmap, and define your future. You know, that's one of the things that CCSB is always promoting out there, that we define our future. You define your future. This is your decision to be here, which is great. We're glad that you decided to attend today, because you're going to be farther ahead in this process for yourself, leading to graduation and beyond by being here today. So let's jump into the first year. You are freshmen here today, and that means that you are between 0 and 29 semester units. You're starting this fall, and these are some steps that you're going to want to take during your first year. And the first one you're going to want to do is explore our website. It's very simple to, you know, go to our website and start looking up information and start collecting things that you know you're going to need. And I know Valentina is going to touch on this later to point you to one of our very important websites that is going to be very beneficial to you to look at, and that has to do with exploring majors and exploring careers, and show you different ways in which you can do that. And you don't have to do this alone. That's why Oscar was mentioning, we're here to support you through this process. And, you know, maybe you don't have a decision made about a major today, but that doesn't mean you're not going to have it made tomorrow or the next semester or the following semester. I know there's a timeline for you, so you will have to make the decision, but I will tell you, I would say about 95% of the students that I have assisted with major exploration figure out what major they want to choose. We usually come to an answer pretty quickly. Within about maybe 2 to 3 sessions of meeting with me, I have had that track record of we find something for them. So we will help you find out what your major should be. And it doesn't mean if you make a decision today about your major, it doesn't mean you can't change it tomorrow, as long as you're within a time frame that you're allowed to do that. The second thing you're going to want to do is register on Handshake. And Handshake is a platform that we use at our university. It has information about jobs and internships, volunteer opportunities, fellowships, different ways in which you can gain experiences. Through Handshake, you can make appointments, and you're also going to build a profile in there. And that profile is going to, you'll start building that now, and then once you go over the next 4 years, you'll start adding to that profile, and that will be a great place for employers to see you and recruit you. They can view your profile from there. They can also view your resume and any cover letter, any of the materials that you post on there. And it's another way for you to stay connected to us, because it is actually a service that is run through our office. And also through student employment, you can get on-campus job opportunities through student employment, through us, through Handshake as well. So keep that in mind, because I'm sure a lot of you may be thinking about that already. And one of the things in the Handshake, and Lauren's going to show you this later, is how to make an appointment. And I think that's like part of one of the main things you're going to go in there for, most likely, in addition to, of course, viewing events that we have, and of course, looking up jobs and internships and volunteer opportunities through the Handshake system. So we won't go into any more of that now, because I know Lauren's going to be showing that later. And then meeting with us. So, you know, before you meet with us, you can do some exploration on your own on our website. You can get your Handshake profile set up, and then you can make that appointment. Then you meet with us. We recommend that you meet with us at least once in every year. Then I'm saying at least because I recommend more. There is no cap as of now of how many times you can meet with us. I've had students meet with me once. I have students meet with me 10 times over the course of their time being a student at CCSB. And I would say that you're going to probably have a little more success, or a lot more success, if you meet with us versus if you don't. So, and I just want to touch base on something real quick with you. When you're in high school, you probably have a school counselor that kind of assisted you with your academic planning, right? You had to make sure you graduated from high school, get your diploma, but they might have also helped you decide what are you going to do when you get out of high school? Are you going to go to the military? Are you going to go into college? Are you going to get a job? And then you may have also had a social emotional support from a counselor while you're in high school. And so at our institution and in many universities that I know of, there is this model that's a little different. So instead of that one person helping you with all of those aspects of your career development and your personal development, at our institution, we kind of have 3 different people. Or 3 different areas in which you can gain that support. So we have academic advisors. So the academic advising academic services office will be those go-to people that are going to help you with planning out your classes. All those questions that have to do with you earning your actual degree and finishing that, you're going to go to the academic advising office. Once you get into your major classes, you're going to go to the major advisors that are going to be there to support you. Some of them may be faculty, some of them may be staff that are staffed in their advising centers. So those are going to be your academic people. Then you have the counseling and psychological services. If you are having some social emotional challenges, you need some support, with your mental health, and or if you just need some emotional support, if you're going through a tough time, those counselors over there at that office are going to be there to support you in that aspect primarily, right? And then we have the career services. That's us. We're the career counselors. We're helping you to plan out not your 4 years of academics, but your 4 years of experience. What are you adding as value to yourself in addition to your degree? Because when you get out there in the world of work, you're going to need to have something else besides just this degree. So that's the piece that we're bringing to you and we're supporting you through. We do have resources that can kind of serve as, and also referrals. We can serve as support when you have other issues. So if you have a challenge that has to do with your mental health, we can refer you. We do know how to take care of referring you out and make sure you're staying connected to who you need to connect to. But we do primarily service you in the way of preparing you for basically your life beyond college, and want to make sure you're getting what you need while you're here. One of the other ways in which you can start connecting with us as a freshman is attending a workshop, and Lauren's going to show you how to access viewing our events, and also Valentina is going to show you how to view events so you can attend one of our workshops. We have, I think Valentina mentioned in our last session, we have about 20 events this fall. We have some workshops coming up, and we're going to recommend that you attend those. If not, all of them, maybe a couple of them, the ones that maybe you are more interested in, or if you're able to attend all of them, then we recommend that you do that. It's a great way for you to connect to us if you're not ready to make an appointment. And then this mentorship piece is basically us telling you that we think it's very important that you find a way to connect with someone who is experienced, someone who has some knowledge, someone who has some time that they've been involved either on campus or they've been involved in a career field of interest, or just someone that can be a support system for you to help you through your time at CSUSB. And that is basically you building a relationship with someone that could be a teacher, a professor, an advisor, a career counselor, a peer, someone who maybe is already in their senior year and you're a freshman coming in and maybe you want to learn about how they got to where they're at. Or a professional out in the field that may be alumni who's already been where you've been and now they're out there doing the work after they've graduated. So you connecting with a mentor is going to be very important. And if I can prompt Valentina, when you're doing the resource piece, if you can just show that piece since I don't have to jump out of this, that would be very helpful for me.
Okay.
And the last piece here on this freshman section is your resume. You're going to have one. You might already have one. We recommend that you get that resume started, and you can reach out to us through an appointment, or you can attend our drop-ins, and Lauren will touch on that later. So she'll show you how you can actually get some help with that to get you started. But we have resources to help you, and we are highly recommending that you start this now. And so when you get to your senior year, you're going to know how to write your resume, and you're going to stand out a lot more than your competition, which are other CSUSB students and then students at other institutions. So planning early and often is going to be very important. So now I'm going to dive into your sophomore year. So let's just pretend that you have moved on next year. Now you're moving into your sophomore year, and now you're between 30 and 59 semester units. It's going to be important for you to think about some things that can help you decide, if you're not already decided at that point on a major, that can help you make that decision. And also help you think about what are some options out there for you in terms of work and or going into a certain profession, going into a graduate program, and researching that on the back end, maybe through some website resources or through doing an informational interview with a professional where you can actually interview someone who's doing a job that you may be interested in to learn about what that actually looks like in the real world is going to be very helpful for you to do. And of course, like I said, we're here to support you through this and show you how to do that. So we actually have a handout about informational interviewing that can be very helpful for you to review, and we can even take you through the steps in order to get that process started. I mentioned the resume in the beginning, and we didn't talk about cover letter, but resume and cover letter go hand in hand. A cover letter is something that you're going to want to create and send out with your resume when you apply for positions, and it's basically a personalized business letter that is geared towards a certain position you're applying for, and you're just adding a little bit more to your resume by actually starting almost a conversation through this letter that's personalized to provide some insight for the employer to know You know, why you're interested in a certain position, why you're interested in working for their company. What do you have in terms of your, you know, successes, your accomplishments, your skills, your education that's going to help to benefit that company, and also, you know, for them to know, you know, a little bit more about you. And we have the resources to help you with that process. And then, you know, clubs and organizations are a great way for you to kind of launch yourself into a certain career path that is very major specific, and or to also get you started to think about what major you might want to be in. Maybe you're thinking about biology. Maybe we have a biology club. Maybe I'll join the biology club because I'm interested in this field potentially, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe now by going to a few meetings and doing a few activities with the biology club, now I can get a little more familiar with what this looks like. And then you decide, you know what, this is not really for me, and then you decide to join another club. And there's a lot of those out there that I think Valentina had mentioned this in the last sessions about student engagement. Maybe you could put the link in the chat, Valentina, where you can go to that page, that website, and explore what's out there in terms of you getting involved. And then this next piece here has to do with interviewing. So in addition to you having that resume ready, having that cover letter ready, you are going to want to know how to interview. Interviewing is something that some people may be very natural with, and it might be very good at. And some of us, and I'll say myself into this little category a little bit, I've had to practice the skills in order to articulate what it is that I want to say during an interview to basically sell myself. You know, I'm the product. I got to sell what I have to offer, and it's not always easy to do that. So this big interview platform that we have is something for you to utilize to practice those skills, learn about interviewing, look at questions that are either general questions that usually interviewees will come across, and or questions that relate to certain industries that you may come across that can be helpful for you to know when you go into that time frame for yourself, when you know what career path you're gonna choose. And then we have that next bullet is participate in experiential learning. So essentially, you get your degree, but that's not going to get you a job. You got to get some experience, and that experience is usually going to come from outside of the classroom. And some of the ways you can do that is by volunteering. You can job shadow. You can do an internship, and you can also get an on-campus job or an off-campus job. So there's different ways in which you can get experience, not only to gain skills that you're not gaining in the classroom, but also to kind of perfect and develop and grow the skills that you are gaining from the classroom, and also applying the knowledge and the information that you're gaining from school into the world of work. Then you get into your junior year. Now we're moving fast. You're getting in your third year as a student at CSUSB, and now you're starting to build your professional identity. You start to see yourself as someone in a certain career field, and then you may want to start connecting with professionals in that field. You may want to start connecting more with people that are going to connect you to whatever that field is. And so LinkedIn is one of the great ways that you can do it. It's a global professional networking site, and it's also a recruitment site for employers and for you to get recruited, in addition to you building that brand out there that people can recognize you for. And you want to decide what that is. And we actually have a presentation this fall. It's called Social Media Do's and Don'ts, and we actually talk about networking and your professional brand and what do you want that to be. And networking with professionals. So networking is a word that I think is tossed around a lot, but essentially means building relationships and connecting with people. And those people may be professionals, they may be faculty and staff, they may be employers, and I think, you know, essentially they could be alumni, and alumni are really great. They can really benefit you in learning about, you know, how you can get through your 4 years in college and what it's going to look like for you when you graduate. And when you're in your junior year, just like when you were in high school and you were planning on applying to college, you probably had to research some programs and decide where you wanted to go and what you wanted to do. And you may have attended some information sessions, or you may have learned from some recruiters, you know, what it was about CSUSB that you could, you know, benefit from, and what kind of drew you to here is probably what you found out through your research. And so researching those programs, if you're going to be thinking about graduate school professional programs, you're going to want to do that, you know, junior year, and if not sooner. So these bullet points, and I forgot to mention this, these bullet points / checklist items, boxes, are for you to just keep in mind and try to follow, but it doesn't mean it's kind of boxed in either. So you can jump around in these, you can do things earlier. I don't recommend you doing things later, but you know, if you say you want to start looking at internships already in your freshman year, just to see what's out there. Not to say that you have to do an internship, but usually you do that a little bit later on. But I'd say if you were thinking about that, or if you want to look at graduate programs already, you can do that a little sooner. You don't have to wait till your junior year. But it's just recommended that at least by junior year, you're going to be doing this item. And then right here, and I brought up the internships, and I actually meant to talk about the grad programs when I was saying my statement, but internships, so typically internships are taken on when you're in a major already. You have established what you are going to be, moving forward with to graduate with. And sometimes you have an internship class that you may have to complete an internship through because of the recommendation or no, the requirements of the major, and sometimes you won't. And so either way, we recommend that you do one. At least one. And employers are highly seeking new college grads who have completed an internship. And not only for that reason that you want to do it, but by you getting that hands-on experience within a company could open up more doors for you, number one. Number two, can allow you to apply what you're learning in the classroom to an actual workplace. And you can help kind of fine-tune what it is you need to know and do out there in the world of work to essentially lead you to a career field of your of your choice, but also a field that you can potentially be successful in because you got that experience ahead of time. And this last section here, you're a senior, which is 4 years from now. It's going to come quick, but a couple things just for you to be aware of and keep in mind is that there are a lot of events that we host besides workshops throughout the semesters, the academic year. And we have attend career fairs there, and we have expos and panels and networking events. You can attend those earlier. You don't have to wait till your senior year, but if you don't have a job lined up by your senior year, or you don't have that idea of what you're going to be doing, going to a fair at least during this senior year is going to help you to find out what's out there. So we recommend that you attend these events to not only find out what's out there, but then to see what opportunities are there for you to apply for, and then also learn about other ones that you haven't thought about. And then doing a mock interview. So, like I mentioned, interview is very important. And so doing a one-on-one, virtual or in-person mock interview with us can help you to really, again, like I mentioned earlier, about fine-tuning not only your skills, but fine-tuning your skills not only in how you apply those and what those are for your job, but how you even get that, right? So fine-tuning your speaking, your communication skills in an interview, and knowing how to articulate, how to be successful in an interview, and having someone kind of coach you through that in a one-on-one setting is very important. We always recommend that you do it. And so I find that students who have had that coaching from us have been really successful in their interviewing, more so if they hadn't. And the last piece I'm going to mention here is about attending professional conferences and conventions, networking opportunities, kind of going hand in hand with the career fairs. There are a lot of things out there that could potentially open doors for you. And I'll bring up one that I had not mentioned in other sessions until right now. I just not think about it. We have a track scholarship, a scholarship that allows you to go to a national conference, an annual national conference that allows you to go to workshops, network with professionals, and also go to a big, huge fair that has employers from all over the U.S. And very, very, very lucrative opportunities are at these events. And so you being connected and getting out there and becoming that professional in a career field is this a great place to start doing that as well. So I'm going to get out of this map, and I am going to have Valentina take over. And like I mentioned, this is a very generalized map. We have the more comprehensive map coming. We're going to make sure we send you emails, and it's going to be on our website. So just stay tuned for that and stay connected.
Thank you, Denise. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. So where I took you to right now is our homepage. So you can find our homepage just by Googling CSUSB Career Center. And on our homepage, I'm going to show you some resources that you should be aware of. And you can see right now, we have obviously our virtual drop-in times for the fall, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Oh, excuse me, those are for the summer. Denise, what are our virtual drop-ins for the fall?
We don't have the new flyer app. We have it on the drop-in page.
Okay. Right here, we have a career bot is what it's called. If you have a question, like let's say you want help making a resume, yeah, the career bot's going to give you a whole bunch of different resources to help you. And one of the things I always like to share with students is our career bot, our events that are coming up, and most of all, what's probably the most important for you right now as students that have so many choices ahead of them, and which is a good thing, is trying to explore different majors and careers. So in this career resources tab, you're going to find all these different things: resumes, searching for a job, interviewing, resources. So you can really take advantage of everything that you see here. But I just don't want to forget about the drop-in services that we have for fall. So you can come to our drop-ins. They begin August 24th. They're going to be available Wednesdays and Thursdays on this Zoom link between 2 and 4. And they're for 15-minute appointments, time. And you're going to be able to talk to a peer career educator or a career counselor for various questions and needs that you may have. They're primarily scheduled for resume and cover letter review, but that doesn't mean that the career counselor who's going to be there can't answer questions that you may have. So I'm going to show you a whole bunch of different things right now that I want to make sure that you know about. Okay, they were very important for students in your situation. So we have this place called Coyote Connection. And Coyote Connection is where you're going to go to find out about events and different student organizations. When it comes to choosing what kind of field to go into, there's all kinds of different ways that you can kind of shop around. One of them is joining a student club, right? So let's say you contact the CSUSB accounting situation, and you're just like, I just want to see if this is a good fit for me. So you kind of maybe go to one of their events or speak to their members, and then you decide, oh, maybe accounting isn't for me. Well, that doesn't mean you can't keep on talking to more. Maybe it's the archaeology and anthropology club. You can reach out to them and find out what, what they like to do and what they're into, and maybe ask them some questions. So reaching out to a student organization is a great way to find out more about, different fields. Also doing an informational interview. This link is posted in the PowerPoint, and this is housed in our website. And this is where you get to talk to a professional that actually has a job, and you ask them, what is their job like? There's only so much information you could gain by just going and reading about it online. But when you talk to somebody and you ask them what their day is and what they do every day, you get a real feel for that. So we have this resource. Also, Denise spoke about connecting with mentors. And one of the options here at Cal State San Bernardino is our student mentors. And they are part of the Student Success and Equity Program. And again, this link to this website is located in the PowerPoint, which you will be receiving. And so the mentors that they have are in all kinds of various different fields of majors. So you can really ask them and get to know, why did they choose their major and what do they like about that? So they love talking to students. That's why they're peer mentors. And here, I just want to make sure that you're aware that as undeclared students, you will be working with undeclared advising office, and they're housed in the academic advising office. So they're going to help you with choosing any classes that you may need to take. So I strongly recommend that you take a look at this site so that you are prepared to have those conversations with an academic advisor about choosing your classes. As career counselors, we don't help you choose classes, but academic advising services does. Now, I want everybody to calendar this event. So please take out your phone, go to September 1st, and add this workshop to your schedule. It's career and major exploration. This is where we show students, we spend a whole hour really giving tools and information to students on what majors would be a good fit for you. So this is critical information, and I strongly recommend that you attend. And so I expect to see everyone who's here participate during this workshop. It takes place during Coyote Hour, as does all of our workshops. Coyote Hour is a time, I think it's once or twice a week. It happens every week, where there are no classes scheduled, right? So this would be Tuesdays at noon. No classes are being scheduled on that date, Tuesdays at noon. And that's when we have all of our workshops, okay? So you can see there's a whole bunch of them. And then you can just look at this quick calendar. So one of the things that Denise mentioned was the Alumni Association group that's called the Coyote Network. So they really want to put themselves in a position to help you and mentor you and provide some valuable information, because you're not sure of which road to take, and maybe you want to talk to somebody who's actually in different jobs. And so there's this whole organization that's already set up for you to engage with them, and it's called the Coyote Network. I'll put this link, I believe it's already in there in the PowerPoint. And again, you'll be receiving this. And so you can connect with somebody and talk to them. And so I'm sure there's tons of questions that you might have for somebody who's doing a job that you may be interested in. And this kind of creates that platform for those conversations to take place. I'm going to stop sharing now. And Denise, you want to go ahead and pull up the PowerPoint? Okay, so you can see that our Career Center resources are extensive, and we have so many things to offer you as students here at Cal State San Bernardino. I want you to take advantage of these. One of the things that we do are assessments. Career assessments is a way for you to explore what you're good at, what you like to do, what you're interested in, your values, your personal values, your workplace values. And then it tells you what your strengths, and maybe gives you insight about yourself that you may not be aware of. Information that you'll need in order to make that choice of what to study and the industry to go into, right? And some of the resources that I always push when it comes to selecting a major and finding out what kind of job you want to go into is do some volunteer work. You know, it's the best way to kind of try on a job, like you're shopping for clothes. When you go shopping for clothes, you try on the outfit before you buy it, right? Well, maybe you don't want to declare the major until you try it on. Well, volunteer, spend a couple afternoons with an organization learning what they do all the time and what that job is like. That's a great way to try on a job before you buy it, right? So all of these resources are part of the PowerPoint. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up and pass it off to Crystal, but you've been seeing these QR codes, and just so you know, these QR codes are so you can make an appointment, and Lauren's going to show you that step by step in a moment. But please take advantage of making an appointment with the counselor. It's free. You can make as many appointments as you want, but we want to see you at least once this upcoming semester. Crystal?
But hi everyone, my name is Crystal Rosas. I'm in PCE. I'm just going to be sharing you some do's and don'ts for your freshman year. I'm going to begin with the don'ts. So starting off, procrastinating and overscheduling yourself. So please do not procrastinate. I know in high school it was a different situation, but now I think college is a lot more serious, and you're paying for your education. So you just have to be a little bit more invested, and don't procrastinate and leave everything last minute, because that goes hand in hand with the second one, studying last minute. I recommend going to SI sessions. It's the supplemental instruction, just to help you review over the course of the semester rather than cramming before that midterm or that final. Next don't would be, please do not forget to visit your academic advisor and plan ahead. So that academic advisor will help you just to see what courses you'd be interested in, and then they'll help you find one that matches the degree you're working towards or anything you're interested in specifically. And the next would be forget to practice self-care. Just remember to take a minute for yourself, just regroup, and then remember what you're here for, just to reassure yourself that you got it and you'll keep going for sure. The fifth don't would be, please do not forget to utilize academic support services. So like I mentioned before, supplemental instruction, personally I believe was the most useful for classes that I struggled in. It's just you and some of your peers in that same class, usually with like an experienced TA that knows a little bit more about that subject. They'll help you. You can do one-on-one with them. And yeah, so that's for the don'ts. So for the do's, we want you to please take advantage of the university services, so such as us, the Career Center, to help you with your career needs, the library, the rec center, counseling, psychological services, health center, and etc. All these programs are on campus. They're here to help you to make your college experience worthwhile, and just make it just great being on campus. Unfortunately, we're not there now, but all these services are still available to you virtually. Next would be advocate for yourself and ask questions. So for example, since we're on virtually in class, if you didn't hear something, it broke up, the Wi-Fi wasn't working, go ahead and send a chat to the professor or unmute yourself and just, advocate for yourself and ask questions just so you don't miss that piece of information. Next would be connect with your professors by going to office hours. So these office hours are specifically for us, for the students, for you to go ask questions, get that one-on-one that you couldn't get during class, ask for help for specific subjects, or if you didn't know why you got a certain score in some exam assignment, they're there for you to help you with that one-on-one time. Number 4, stay organized and practice time management skills. This is super important, you guys. I cannot stress this enough. Remember to prioritize your assignments, your homework, anything to do with classes. Just organize yourself so you don't get overwhelmed and lead to procrastination and studying last minute. Just please stay organized. It's really vital. Next would be trying new things, get involved, make new friends. So this is your guys' college experience. You're gonna have to make those lifelong connections, friendships, and just all this will help you thrive and have the best college experience. Thank you for listening. Now I'm thinking it's Lauren's.
So right now I will be showing you how to log on to Handshake. Can you guys all see my screen? Yes. Okay. So if you're unfamiliar with this, this is your My Coyote portal. You can find this by going onto Google and looking up CSB My Coyote, or going through the actual CSB website. So we're going to scroll down. As you can see, here's your student email, Blackboard, where your assignments are, but we're going to scroll down to employment opportunities. So we're going to press employment opportunities, and the only thing that pops up is Handshake. So we're going to press Handshake, and it'll take you to your Handshake profile. If you don't have one, you'll have to complete some steps to get it, but if you do have one already, this is what it will look like. So today I'll show you where to find jobs, events, and how to create an appointment. So right here at the top, we're going to press jobs, and this is what it'll look like. So on the left-hand side, here are all the jobs that come up, and on the right-hand side, you can kind of read more about the job and also apply to it. The cool thing about this that Handshake does is that you can filter out certain things, such as if you want an internship, a full-time job, a part-time job, you can press them and then the jobs will come right here depending on what filter you press. A lot of people come to the Career Center asking, hey, you know, do you guys have any jobs that you know of? And we'll refer you to Handshake. So this is kind of where you'll find the job section. So now we're gonna go to our events. It's right next to the jobs tab. And here you can look at what's going on. Everything will be virtually due to our circumstances. But if you continue to scroll down, we do have our Fall 2020 Career Readiness Series events that will be starting on the 25th. So please take advantage of that. The meeting ID is right here, but this is kind of where all the events will be. Just how Denise said that we have our career fairs. Here's also one. So on this section, you can kind of track what's going on with CGSB, the Career Center, and also other departments on campus or off campus. And then now I will show you all how to create an appointment with the Career Center. So this is done on the top right-hand corner where it says Career Center. We're gonna press it, and it'll say what can help you find, and it'll say appointments. So we're gonna press appointments, and this is how you schedule a new appointment. Right here with this blue button. You can also keep track of your upcoming appointments if you do have one scheduled, or if you had any past appointments as well, as you can see from my screen. But we'll press schedule a new appointment, and this is what will pop up. You can either choose to do an online appointment via Zoom or a phone appointment. Our Zoom appointments are the most popular ones, so we'll press it just to show you. And here are all of our appointment types. I believe you can schedule 2 appointments at a time, but here we have all the appointment types that we talked about today, so please take advantage of this opportunity. But we also have our drop-in services, so this is not seen on Handshake, but you can come right here. This is on our website, the Career Center website. Just how Valentina showed us, it's under the student/alumni tab, and it says drop-in services. So we'll press it, and we can read about information such as our drop-ins. So drop-ins are 15-minute sessions where you can meet up with the PCE, such as myself, Crystal, or Christian, and hear all the topics that we kind of help you with. So they're usually a resume or cover letter review, and also if you have any questions about Handshake or other Career Center services. If you continue to scroll down on the website, we do have our hours, because they do change during each semester. So our Fall 2020 hours are Wednesdays and Thursdays from 2 to 4, and here is the meeting link. One last thing I'll show you guys is on our website, we have this little chat right here, our little chat bot. So if you have any questions that you want to get answered as soon as possible, feel free to type one in, and we can help you with that as well. So that's how you create an appointment, and that's how you find our drop-in services.
Okay, well, it's time to wrap things up. I want everybody to get out their phone and hold it up to the screen. And as if you're going to take a picture of the screen. And this will take you to the survey for this session. I'm going to give you 60 seconds. It's not even going to take that long for you to fill out the survey. The survey is going to allow us to find out how we can better help you while you come here to CSUSB. We want to make sure that as incoming freshmen, you take those opportunities each year you're at school here, and you make the most of those experiences. You don't want to find yourself as a senior graduating or a recent alumni coming to the Career Center because you can't transition from student to professional. The majority of work we do here at the Career Center involves just those demographic of students. And we'd love instead to be serving our current students and giving them all kinds of opportunities for internships, for jobs, for all those experiential learning opportunities. So please take the time, make the most out of your education at Cal State San Bernardino. And if you are, we're also gonna email this PowerPoint So you can take this survey. We'll send the survey link in the email also. So if you can't take a picture with your phone, that's okay. You can still take the survey. We'll send you that link. And so I'm hoping that I'll get to meet each and every one of you at some point this upcoming year. We want you to use the office early and often, right? And if you have any questions, we're going to stay on for the next few minutes. We were so worried about going over on time, we actually ended up ending a little bit early. So does anybody have any questions? You can speak up. You can raise your virtual hand. You can submit a question in the chat. Okay, so I have a question about I couldn't take a picture of my phone. I couldn't take a picture of my phone just recently also. So the survey link, will send it out. And does anybody have any questions? If you've already taken a shot of the survey, and if you don't have any questions, the workshop has ended, and you can go ahead and make your appointment with the career counselor.
I will say one thing real quickly for new students. I believe you're all new students. You may not fully be integrated into the Handshake because we sometimes don't. It doesn't cross over fully until you start your first day of classes. And I just remembered that this morning when someone emailed me. So if you do have a challenge with that, just contact us and we can lift that before next week. And if you do have any challenges after next week, then we need to talk to Handshake so we can get that figured out. So just let us know.
Are there any jobs where we would be able to work from home? Actually, yes. So especially on-campus jobs, all the on-campus jobs that you're going to find on Handshake, they're all virtual right now because nobody's working on campus. That's especially students, no students. So as you can see, Lauren and Crystal have a job at the Career Center and they're working from home. So yes, lots of jobs right now on Handshake that are remote. And I would go look at on-campus jobs. Are there any questions? Any other questions from any students?